Today is Monday, January 17th, 2022. It's close to 9 o'clock a.m., Martin Luther King Day, and it is snowing heavily here in Cleveland, Ohio. So for some context, you can see how deep it is. I mean, my whole big boot is submerged, and I didn't think it was going to have this much snow because last night, around at least 7 o'clock p.m., there was no snow anywhere. It was all dry on the ground. And now I know it did start snowing last night, but obviously it got really heavy overnight. You can see the road conditions are not very good right now. For example, you've got a car that is stuck up there. So right now we're on West Boulevard here in Cleveland, south of Lorraine Avenue. Well, I'm telling you, you're getting a workout just doing this walk. Even West Boulevard, a street that it's kind of a main street, has snow accumulation on it. And the snow is, I'm telling you, it's getting even deeper as I'm walking. Can't tell if that's a limousine or a mini tow truck down there. This may sound a bit crazy, but this is probably the tallest snowfall I've ever experienced for such a quick duration from waking up to this. And especially at a point where no one's had a chance to shovel or snowplow the streets or sidewalks, really. camera around real quick. See, I don't know if snow's not quite sticking to me, but definitely didn't wear my glasses today because I didn't want to, well, first off, the fog from the scarf would make them useless, but snow would probably hit them and leave droplets and make them useless as well. As we're approaching Elmira, and look at this, see, they have a green light, right? No, it's a red light, sorry. But the car just went anyway. But look at that, that's a tough turn to make in this weather condition. Imagine if you're trying to turn onto Elmira. You turn into this stuff, you're not gonna get through that. You have to turn into the lane over there. See, and one of the things you have to be careful about when walking here in the snow is you never know what's under the sidewalk in front of you. Like, I was just taking steps and I'm following my normal 1 foot into the ground. But then all of a sudden my left foot felt like it fell almost 2 feet into the ground for some reason. So there must have been a lower sidewalk there. And you really have to be careful in the event of possible construction on certain sidewalks, because every now and then you'll see a sidewalk during regular times that has caution tape up, or it's like caving in a bit, and you could step in that without even knowing. Here's I get to breathe a little bit because this is the first house that had plowed a little bit. But even with that, look at my whole boot. The foot part of the boot is all buried still, even despite it being plowed. I don't think I had a chance to mention the temperature yet. The temperature when I left said 27 degrees, feels like 12. But right now, with how I'm dressed, my body is sweating, and that includes my hands. So I'm not complaining about that. That's a good thing, rather be hot. The way the wind is blowing, that snow is whipping directly into the eyes. I almost have to close my eyes as I'm walking. Usually I'm a fast walker, but this is making me feel like I'm going at an incredibly slow pace, but that's alright. Hopefully anyone watching is kind of admiring the unique snowfall here in mid-January in Cleveland. So I woke up in the morning around 9 o'clock a.m. and I looked outside like I've been waiting for a snowfall like this to film on video. And then I looked at the forecast and saw the radar made it sound like the snow might be close to stopping around 10:30. So I was like, I don't care where I film, I just got to get out there and start walking before it stops snowing. Now, one thing is that when the snow does stop, according to the forecast, the wind is still going to be very high. So lots of wind gusts. So it'll no doubt be a treacherous travel day. I'm sure a lot of people who do have off today for the holiday are glad that they do, but lots of stores and restaurants, I'm sure, are still open. So those workers have to brave the elements. This is St. Ignatius Church here as we approach Lorraine Avenue on West Boulevard. You know what? They often do plow on the St. Ignatius side. I'm wondering if I should go and cross. Maybe that'll give me a little bit of a breather. Whoa, look at that big gap. Yeah, I'll wait till this car goes by before I step out. I had another one of those things where I stepped into a 2-foot drop instead of a 1-foot drop. And you can see how high this is. So let's try to... Okay. Made it down. You can see the conditions on West Boulevard. It's at a point where you won't necessarily get stuck in it, but you're not going to drive fast. I'm curious to see how well Lorraine Avenue is done. And now, see, I was wrong about St. Ignatius. They did the driveway area here, but not the sidewalks. I'm sure they're probably working on that. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next couple hours it's done. Even though it is a holiday, I feel like they're still doing maintenance. There used to be a lot more trees here on the St. Ignatius side lawn, but where you see this empty or white space, I know one of the trees during a big windstorm last year, a big limb fell down and was blocking West Boulevard. So they tore the entire tree down, and then just besides that, they ended up tearing down like 2 or 3 more trees that were along this area. Look at these massive snowdrifts even by that bus stop right there. I'm walking this direction because for whatever reason, the snowdrift avoided this area. Look at this. Back on flat ground. I can take a breather for a couple seconds. see the front of St. Ignatius Church still decorated with wreaths for the wintry season. I'm being a bit lazy, so they did do the parking lot here. Instead of trudging through all that snow on the sidewalk, just gonna walk around here. Half tempted to take my scarf off, because like I said, I can't even feel my hair right now. It's like drenched in sweat. Oh, you see? I'm trying to guide them to get out of the street. Ah, they got him. Now we're walking between West Boulevard going toward West 105th Street on Lorraine Avenue. There's one of the City of Cleveland snowplow trucks. Not plowing right now, but I assume they're dropping salt. Now that one down there is plowing right into the back of a car. Let's see here, is the barber shop open? The sign looks like it's on. It looks dark inside though. Whatever design of the buildings are here must have blocked out the snow drift from accumulating. You can see. You can even see the contoured lines of the snow. Oh, back to the high snow. Let's see how the cars are handling the turns here on 105th to Lorraine. Slow and steady, that's the key, right? was going to go out on 105th, but look at that mountain of snow there. I think I'm going to backtrack a second. At least enter the sidewalk from this area, or it's a little less steep. Online, I'm part of a Facebook group that shows historical photos. I'm not sure if it was there that I saw it or some random other spot on Facebook, but they said at West 105th Street back in 1950, the Elmira Theater was torn down. Based on the address, I think it was where this building is now. That's always fascinating to learn some history you never knew about. That there used to be a theater in this area. What would that be, like 71 years ago? 72 years ago? Alright, I finally took the scarf down from my mouth. Need to get a little bit to cool down. Which again sounds crazy when you see how much snow is up. That's why it's important to properly bundle before you leave to go outside. You can build up that little thermos of heat. I swear that area I just panned to looks like 3 feet of snow. Like this side street here, no chance, right? You're not gonna drive a car down there easily without risking it getting stuck. So if you're still watching this video, even though it's been, I think, over a week since I shot my last video, which, funny enough, was also related to snow in Cleveland. That was in the downtown area, but that was the first snowfall of the season, to a much, much lesser degree than this. But we still have a lot of content planned for the channel. Some of it I tried to brainstorm in my head. For example, someone left a comment the other day on one of my West Boulevard videos from a snow walk a year ago. And you know what? Since I see no cars coming, I'm going to walk in the street for a second here. But yeah, someone left a comment on a West Boulevard video from a year ago, commenting how it gave them memories of the area from when they used to live here. And some of the houses, they even recognize people. There's 2 vehicles that no doubt look kind of stuck. But anyway, the person from the West Boulevard comment, you can see a Cleveland police car driving by now. And we'll back up a little bit more because I see an EMS trying to get through the elements here. But yes, the West Boulevard person, they commented how They used to love the canopy of trees that were north of Lorraine going on West Boulevard. And I didn't cover that in my video because I only went to a portion of West Boulevard south of Lorraine. But then, you know, again, when I hear that, it makes me think, oh yeah, I do recognize that when I walk, how it's a unique canopy of trees. But then I think, well, that's a video you kind of have to showcase in the summertime when the trees are all nice and grown. So I do have a log book that I'm building for various walks to explore and cover. Originally today I thought about going down to explore something downtown that was supposed to be an ice sculpture event near the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But probably not going to make that trek today given the elements. Now we're back to Elmira. So this video right now has lasted 27 minutes at this point. Normally, if I would have done this walk, I can pretty much guarantee you that I would have made this whole walk within like 10 minutes. The snow does seem to be slowing down just a pinch. So maybe we're getting near tail end of that. Here we have another snowdrift. Like, this isn't an area that someone shoveled, I'm pretty sure. Just the wind happened to be at a direction where it wasn't targeting that area. I hear another EMS or fire truck. We're at Fidelity now. And here's another thing you have to be careful of when you're walking. Sewer grates. Finally, I'm able to walk at a normal pace here because of the tire track in the road. But I'm looking behind me like every 3 seconds to make sure there's no vehicles coming. Even though they wouldn't be able to go that fast, still want to be as alert as possible. Let's see if that car that was on that street is gone now. Yep. That car from when we first started the video that was stuck over there has been freed. I'm hearing more and more sirens. But we will get ready to end the video now. If you enjoyed this crazy snow walk with what looks to be nearly a foot of snow, or more even, I don't know, feel free to hit that like button, give us a subscribe, and we will see you next time.